Let's talk about how Ben Johnson is going to unlock Caleb Williams in his offense. And this is coming straight from a longtime NFL analyst and Greg Cosell. So what is going on, y'all? Fox Sports All back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below. Please hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, let's hop into this, people. So I don't know how I missed this, but Greg Cosell, the great Greg Cosell, was on 670 The Score a couple days ago. And if you guys don't know who Greg Cosell is, you need to go ahead and check him out, listen to him. He is an NFL analyst. He studies tape. He's been doing this for a very long time, longer than any of you or me. I mean, Greg Cosell knows more football on his finger or even his fingernail than any of us do for our entire lives of watching football. That's how knowledgeable this man is. So he came on 670 The Score, and he was asked about how Ben Johnson's offense is going to help maximize and unlock Caleb Williams. And I thought it was really interesting because he gave one specific thing that Ben Johnson does that is special compared to other offensive coaches, and that is wide receiver spacing. So that is what Greg Cosell mentioned, which is what Ben Johnson does better than any other sort of offensive mind in the game, wide receiver spacing. So what does he mean by wide receiver spacing? Well, he is talking about the fact that Ben Johnson's offense, all right, is predicated on making it so the receivers, at times work in space. So it's easier for the quarterback to be able to throw to these receivers because he's going to see them as open, right? Because they're going to be in space. They're not going to have bodies around them. And he does this in a variety of ways. It's precise route design, strategic formations. He uses spread sets. Sometimes he uses bunch formations. And a lot of times he uses motions and shifts. Okay? And, one of the big concepts is, where he basically will vertically stretch the defense, right? So he'll have a 3-4 wide receiver set. He'll vertically stretch the defense. And he'll do that just as a decoy because he wants to get those safeties to commit to them so that the underneath area of the field is open, and that's going to be wide open for whatever receiver is running it across. And so you see how Caleb's life is going to be a lot easier with Ben Johnson. I even went back and watched some tape of Ben Johnson and just like the concepts and the tricks that he does. And there was a play where essentially Ben Johnson, had a play where he basically ran the football, right? He just had a straight run play that happened, and then 3 or 4 plays later, shows the exact same formation, exact same play design, and the defense is thinking, hey, this man is going to run the football again, right? This team is going to run the football again. And what does Jared Goff do? He goes and acts like he's handing the football off to the running back, but instead it's Amon-Ra St. Brown coming across behind him, and it's for the end around. Excuse me, not Amon-Ra. I think it was like Quinton Cephas, actually. Comes around for the end around and then takes it 58 yards. So big explosive plays, right? That's what Ben Johnson predicates his offense on. So point being is he's always keeping the defense guessing, right? The defense is thinking, oh, we just saw this a couple plays ago. We know they're going to run the same thing, but no, they're not. Now you might be thinking, Faiz, like, is that really that crazy? I'm sure other coaches do that. But no, like, it's a combination of things. Like I told you, he is a guy that will use a variety of different ways to ensure that the receivers are open in space. All right. And with young quarterbacks, I feel like a lot of the times, and this was a big problem for the Chicago Bears last season, if you guys don't remember, and even with Justin Fields when he was here, is a lot of the route concepts and designs under Shane Waldron and even Luke Getsy. Yes, I'm bringing back Luke Getsy. He worked with me here for a second. In those route concepts and designs, you would literally see 2 or 3 receivers or a receiver and a tight end literally end up in the same area. All right, same area of the field. And I'm like, what are you doing? All right, Luke Getsy, Shane Waldron, why is that happening? Right? We should be having receivers be in space. And so that is so confusing for a young quarterback. If you're a veteran quarterback and you know what to do, you've seen it for seasons and plays at a time, that's different. But rookie quarterbacks, second-year quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, they need to essentially see these guys open. It'll take some time, but they're going to develop. So that, to me, was a brilliant answer by Greg Cosell that I wanted to share with you guys. Honestly, I think I could make a couple videos, separate videos on what Greg Cosell talked about it in the interview. But I thought that was brilliant, man. And honestly, that is essentially the secret to the success here of what Ben Johnson's going to bring. That's the sauce, is he is going to bring wide receiver spacing in this offense where it'll be so easy for Caleb to find guys because they're just going to be wide open. Now, again, is it going to be perfect? No, it's going to take some time, but that is the brilliance of a Ben Johnson and why it is going to work here in Chicago. So I can't wait. I'm so hyped. I'm so excited, and the season can't come any sooner. So, yeah, man, that is the big thing that Ben Johnson's going to do to unlock Caleb Williams. And if anybody asks you that, right, what is Ben Johnson going to do? What's so great about his offense? Wide receiver spacing. Tell them that that is what is so great about his offense. And I know that because OCs here in Chicago couldn't do that at all for the past couple of seasons. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always.